Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. I'm slightly under the weather, but it doesn't matter because Arizona won. Hello, Shear.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
Yes, all right. We've got a lot to get to this show. We are going to talk about Arizona Duke. We are going to break down a lot of that. We are going to talk about Arizona and what happened against Oregon. We are going to talk about a lot of different things. But first, for all you people out there, you Illinois fans that keep flooding my DMs, you cannot shame me. No matter what you send to me, you cannot shame me. Here's what they are upset about.
The anticipation is killing me.
I guess Cody's not going to show it either way. It doesn't matter. But either way, you cannot shame me. It does not matter. All right, maybe this is it. Maybe here we go. Look at this. This is professionalism at its finest. This is me watching the Illinois game right here. And again, you don't have the audio, but either way, all I'm chanting out is Ben One White and back the K, baby. And so I had a bunch of people message me. I would say over 40. And again, you cannot shame me. Buzz off, boo. Okay, now let's get to a little bit of Arizona hoops. Shear, this was a very wholesome victory. This was a very wholesome victory for the University of Arizona. We deserve this victory.
We do. We do.
All right. Well, I guess you're not going to say anything beyond that. But okay. Well, all right, let's start.
No, it was look. At the end of the day, like it was a good victory. Which one do we deserve, Arizona or Illinois? I was confused.
Yeah, we deserve this victory. But yes, we deserve this victory. $2 super snap. Andre Veras, Mike looking girthy in that video.
You did look good. Here's the thing with that video, real quick, Mike. What people don't understand, some idiots that are going at you also, is that wasn't during the Arizona game. It was during a game that we didn't even cover. We didn't care about. 3 hours before the Arizona game started. Mike is indeed a real human being.
Correct.
It's tough for some people to handle. I think
I know.
There's probably that.
Well, right. And then they just kept asking. They're like, oh, yeah. One guy messages me and he says, still time to take it down. I was the one that put it up, dummy. What do you think? Okay. Now, idiot. All right. Now let's talk about something. Arizona, Oregon. First of all, we're going to lead with ADO. And I love how Tommy Lloyd handled that. I am a big fan of fouling up three. Or I hate coaches that don't foul when they're up three because it always comes back to cook them. I thought Tommy Lloyd played the end of that game masterfully.
Yeah. I mean, it's, the only thing I didn't like is I thought Jaden on the first foul fouled way too quick. But at the same time, I guess I'd rather foul quick than foul the shot. It's fouling. It's funny because Kelvin Sampson's probably the only coach that I know that we've seen that is like, yeah, our defense is so good, we're not fouling. Right. And it worked. But with Arizona, you're like, yeah, if we don't foul, this dude's definitely hitting a three.
Kobe, I feel you've not lived enough Arizona basketball. Arizona's lost in tournament on multiple decisions not to shoot foul threes. So that one thing, ADO though was ice. What the cool thing about ADO is he would have made 20 of those free throws in a row, Sherry. I mean, he wanted all of those. ADO, my ADO.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, that's not easy to do. I asked KJ about this because I didn't get a chance to talk to ADO. Not only is he making the free throws, Mike, he's making them, then going to the bench, then coming back in.
Right.
All he's doing is making free throws. Like that's how he's staying warm. Hey, you're going to stay warm by shooting the biggest free throws of your life. And he wanted every bit of it. He wanted all the smoke, as the kids say.
He wanted all the smoke. He wanted all of that. Yes, he was great. And then I thought it was absolutely great at the end. Caleb Love iced those ones. Caleb Love with one of the one of his best games of his U of A career. And we talked about it before, Sheer. We talked about it during halftime that you could tell that Caleb Love was going out of his way to let the game come to him, passing up some open threes that, I think we probably thought he should have taken. But in that second half, he was ready to rock and roll, Sheer.
Yeah. And, my ADO, never doubted him, never doubted the whole team. It was a moment of guys just stepping up, right? Like a lot of times teams lose because no one steps up. Caleb stepped up. ADO stepped up. The rebounding when Oregon was trying to get rebounds. At the end of the game, everybody stepped up. It was just one of those moments where the team kind of said, you know what, we're gonna meet the occasion.
Okay, now people are asking about why would you want Mikey Williams? He sucks and he's a head case. Other than that, yeah, bring him in.
Who wants Mikey Williams?
Of course, Joseph wants Mikey
Well,
Williams.
look, if you want shooters, Mikey Williams is the top shooter.
Yes, I was going to say, of course you want one. Of course you want one. And did Donovan Dent enter the portal?
Yeah, he's entering. He is supposedly he is entering, and he is going to command a stupid amount of money, which he deserves. The other rumor, Mike, is Sainin to Alabama.
All right. Well, I don't want Saint on here. So again, have fun with that. I messaged $20 super snap antibiotics for Mike. Get well soon. Appreciate you, Vegas Falcon. I messaged Saint On's agent, who always gets back to me. He didn't get back to me when I said, yeah, it appears that he didn't like Alabama as much, huh? Yes. For all the people out there that wanted to say for Saint On and another guy over him, no. All right. Caleb Love, though, he also had some awesome passes. He was getting into the bucket. He was, like I said, it was a masterful game for him, and he's playing the best ball of his U of A career right now.
Yeah, he really is, and it's again the patience with him, right? Like that's what it comes down to. Like I even thought he should have shot more threes against Oregon because he had a couple that he just passed up, and it's a different Caleb. It's not even locked in. It's just his decision making. I don't know if something's clicked or what, but his decision making is as good as it's ever been.
It's been top notch, and his the way that when he gets into that pick and roll, he's problems, man. He especially when Henry's folding. Now, one thing there are a couple things that Lloyd did that I don't get. Like I said, Henry is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but that made no sense to me, not playing Owaka down the stretch. I don't get that one at all. Owaka was killing it. This was clearly not Henry playing well. It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I asked around, and really, I think to be blunt, I didn't get a good answer. It was Toby was in foul trouble. They felt comfortable with what was going on the court, and that was that. I mean, there really, honestly, there wasn't a good answer. The original answer I got was, "We won. Let's move on."
Cody just says, Mike, about to throw up on the screen. No, I am not, but I am a little under the weather. I do not care because I am excited. Now, you know what I should do? You know what I should do, Sheer, with this voice like this? Guess where I should go and get some soup?
Where, Mike?
Baggins. And guess what I'm going to use?
Code AZ12?
AZ12. And guess what it's going to get me?
A discount.
15% off, my friend. 15% off. That's the thing. I'm going to get a cookie. I am going to get a cookie and cookie and soup. That's my home remedy. But guess what? If you're up in Scottsdale, you can get cookies and soup as well. Yummy in my tummy. Check it out. Again, join the Text VIP club as well. Use code AZ12 for 15% off, though, my friends. And again, go to any of them. I'll probably go to the one down by the U of A. Okay. Now we got another one here. We got Longview. I discovered Andre Veras. I discovered him. We had we had a physical confrontation about Andre Veras up at the tournament and about who discovered him. I discovered Andre Veras. This is true.
This is true. He's my Andre Veras now. We're hanging out this weekend.
Andre Veras, though, sponsored the whole trip. He is the man. Longview Insurance and Investments. Now, another thing about it: if you go through Andre Veras, we cannot guarantee that he can get you a discount on his personal services, but he might be able to. Check it out. Longview Insurance and Investments, my friends. Okay, now let's get back to Arizona here for a second. KJ Lewis. KJ was awesome. KJ was great. I thought down the stretch too, when I thought it was a massive play that probably wasn't given as much credit as it should, is when TJ Bamba down the stretch, he tried to bully KJ Lewis and get an easy bucket, and KJ Lewis says, "Not on my watch, buddy."
Yeah. Awesome. Do you think it's funny? KJ's actually a really cool interview and stuff. There's two things that stood out. He told me, and I kind of believe him just because of his body language, that he did not know the technical foul rule. He's like, and he joked, he goes, "I guess I need to get more athletic." But he swore he didn't know the rule. Number two, there's something.
Is that a good thing?
No, I don't know if it's his fault, but there's something also that I want to point out. He told me and another reporter that early in the season, his circle and the coaches came to him and said, "KJ, your body language is trash.
Yes,
fix it." And our boy Ndogger, he pointed out that KJ's body language has been great the last few weeks, and KJ flat out told me, he goes, "Yeah, I looked and they were right, and my body language and my approach has changed because I know that my team counts on me, and I don't think it's a coincidental that he's playing really well lately and his body language is better."
Yeah, I think that was a great point. That was a great point because, and again, sure, you will give KJ Lewis credit. You generally don't like to give KJ Lewis credit. You will give him credit though.
Well, I said he's been awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, okay. Now, One of a Kind says KJ is 33% from 3-point land in the tournament. We will take that. You know what's funny? When he shot the second three, I'm like, and then it went in, and it was funny too. But one thing I will say is a lot of times with really crappy shooters, or I'm not saying he is, but a lot of times with not great shooters, they can tell that their shot isn't going in. He definitely thinks his shot's going in. That's what's awesome about it. Yeah, I will give him credit for that. He thinks it's going in.
The three was smooth.
Yeah, it was
smooth. He knew that was going in. It looked good right when it left his hands.
You know, when you watch him in warmups before games, he also he makes a fair percentage of them. He really does. So got to give him a lot of credit there. Also, now we need to tell. We're going to look ahead here to Duke here in just a minute, but I want to talk about the Big 12. I am very proud of the Big 12. I think Texas Tech is going to win. Hey, what's the deal? I don't know. Has McCassell said if McWilliams is playing or not?
No. McCassell and McWilliams. That was good. That was a good combo.
If he's playing or not? All right, that sucks. I think Houston. Who does Houston play?
Purdue.
Houston's going to smoke Purdue. That's a terrible.
You know where that game is? This is why it's bull-ish again. Do you know where that game is?
Oh, in like West Lafayette. Yeah. I don't care.
Much.
As long as they're on the same court, I'm going to take Houston. That's where I'm at with that one. Iowa State. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. What's the other one? What's the other Big 12 team still remaining?
Houston,
Arizona, Texas
Arizona.
Tech. Oh, BYU. Go BYU over Alabama.
That game. That is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, we are all in on BYU on that one. We are all in on BYU. Hey, if Texas Tech beats Alabama, who do they play then?
Texas Tech doesn't play Alabama. They play Arkansas.
Arkansas. If they beat Arkansas, who do they play then?
I don't know. They put the bracket.
Yeah, pull it up right now.
Okay, calm.
They play the winner of Arizona Duke.
No, they don't.
BYU and Alabama?
Yes. Yeah, he's talking about Texas Tech.
No, I'm talking about Texas Tech.
Let's see.
Florida. Florida gets by Maryland.
Yeah, Florida's going to.
Hey, I got a question.
Texas Tech can beat Florida.
Yeah, I agree. I said that. I got a question. Why is and again, it's a cool shot, but this Derek Queen guy is on every single show. Everything. He was on CNN. He was on ESPN.
Oh yeah, dude. Did you hear his presser afterwards?
What he said?
They're like, why do you like Coach? No, they're like, why do you like Coach Willard? And he literally goes, "That's the guy that pays me." He says it. He's like 18 years old, and he says whatever comes to his mind first. So I would get him on every TV show.
All right, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, man, he's the guy that pays me. It's like, well,
yeah, all right. Well, fair enough. I have no problem with that. All right, now let's start looking a little bit ahead to Duke, though, as well. Arizona Duke. You know who I think is the real problem for Arizona in this game?
We agree. I think we agree.
The foreigner center.
Well, no, we may not. Yeah, we don't agree. But
yeah, that guy's.
I think he's a problem, but we don't agree that he's the other problem.
Who's the other problem for you? Knickel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you said yes. 6'7" wing that can shoot it.
You got to put KJ on him. Knippel's got to be on, or KJ's got to be on.
Even if KJ's on him, there's a 3-inch difference.
I don't care. You got to put KJ on him. Who else are you going to put on him?
I think you just got to let ADO cook. No, you have to put KJ on him.
What I can't have, though, and again, there's one thing that I can't have happen, and this annoyed me, and our friend Brogan, who's an idiot, said this. I can't have getting off to a 21-4 start and then waiting till the under 16 timeout. That doesn't work. Again, that you might be able to get that against that. I don't know, against a Oregon maybe. I can't have that though. I can't have that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Sheer, I can't have that. You agree with this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It won't work. This is an Oregon. This is Duke.
Yes, exactly. All right. I think you got to put KJ on Knippel though. KJ Knippel. That's a great name.
KJ Knippel.
Right.
That girl in the
Yeah. All right. That's where I'm going to.
I was gonna rhyme nipple with Knippel.
Also, something I got to give Tommy Lloyd a lot of credit on though as well is that understanding that this wasn't a Trey game. Trey again. Trey has been March. Trey's had some very, very good moments for the U of A. This was not a Trey game, and you could tell that very, very quickly.
Yes. Yeah. Which is good, you know.
Right.
Not good that it wasn't a Trey game. I wish it was. It's weird because Brandon Angel didn't do anything either. But the problem was that Oregon was running a lot of sets, and Duke's going to do something similar. Trey is not an atrocious defender,
Right.
but he really struggles in the pick and roll. Like you could pick on him in the pick and roll, and Oregon did that like the first 3 plays. And the Tommy's like, yeah, I just can't do this.
And he's not going to get rebounds in traffic. That's something though that Tobe Awaka is very, very good at. It's getting those in traffic. Very good at that. We agree with this, Sheer.
Yes. I think that this, when you look at lineups, is a very difficult game for Tommy. Because I think certain things that it's just like how do you Knipple's one of them. Maluach, I love Toby, but Toby can't guard him unless it's just pure physicality.
It's got to be girth. That's got to be pure girth. He's got to push the girth so far into the girth that
And then what do you do against Cooper Flag? Do you even try to slow him down, or do you say, look, Cooper's going to score 22 points, but we're going to remember? Like I think our guy Kobe posted this video last night. Actually,
Kobe Alfiel.
Yeah, where last year when they won at Duke, Tommy basically said Filipowski's going to get his, so be it. The other guys are not going to get theirs, and nothing's coming inside. And so Filipowski that game finished with like 28, and no one else did anything. Do you do that with Cooper Flag? You say, look, Cooper's going to do it. He's going to get whatever he gets. It's the guys like Malawak and Proctor and all that we got to worry about.
Yeah, but the problem though is I think I think Shire's going to probably try to go with the same thing that the same approach he did before. Just move the ball around because eventually you're going to get a wide open 3. That's what worries me the most about Duke is that they got a lot of guys that can shoot 3s, and a lot of times we don't like to defend the 3.
They're elite at everything. They really are.
Yes, Mr. Tyler Warden. Toby has to beat Mal Luke into the ground. Mal Luke's length is not like H-Dicks. Toby can outmuscle. I don't know.
He's 7'2", 250. It's not like he's small.
Right, exactly. And he can really. I mean, I remember watching him at that Duke game or the Arizona game, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like he really, really sticks out.
Your goal is to basically somehow make him a jump shooter.
Yeah,
but they are lethal with him on the pick and roll.
Yes. Now, Claire Cook. That's a very good point, Claire Cook, the great Claire Cook. We were going to get to that in a second.
Henry has to play better. He just has to.
Yes,
that's what it comes down to. If Henry plays like he did against Oregon, Arizona's going to lose.
You know what's weird about Henry, and that's called a tease. But let's get into some other stuff first. Welcome to the Rock. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Now, there were people up there in the press box who were talking about Green Valley Decorative Rock. And Sheer, I think we've done our work. Because at the end of the day, Green Valley Decorative Rock, people now know that it is also in Tucson. That is a big part of all of this. They know that they are in Tucson. And, you know, if it's spread up to SRS, it can spread up anywhere. I think we got to give them a lot of credit there. I think we were on the front lines about this, though. We were on the front lines pushing back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even promoting Iowa State's JT Rock entered the portal yesterday, and I said right away, I can't think of a better spokesman for Green Valley Decorative Rock.
Yes, exactly. But here's the other things too. You can get all kinds of stuff. You can get pavers, you can get turf, you can get all kinds of really good stuff there. And they got 2 convenient locations, and they will deliver to you if you get enough stuff, or you just pay them. You go up north to Oracle, west to Marana, east to Sierra Vista Benson, south to Nogales. Check it out. Rock, 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 rock. All right, now. Bridge Tech Communications, my friends. Now, I was looking for a gym in Seattle, and I couldn't find a gym until I had to look and go wander around. I believe that's because these people up there in SRS are not using Bridge Tech Communications, because I would have known about the gym. And guess what? They're probably not getting the 750% average ROI back year. I think it's probably fair to say.
Yeah. I think it is 750, Mike.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing. Ooh. And our guy Tony is the man. Tony knows a lot. Tony, the man with the master plan. All right, yeah. But either way, check it out. They can help you with promote your gym, your health, your wellness spa. You name it, they've got it. Boom. Okay, now, Colton Hawthorne, the great Colton Hawthorne says, off topic, but Stanford just fired their football coach. Why did they wait so long?
Because Andrew Luck So this is pretty crazy.
Are they going to hire Andrew Luck as the head coach?
No. So they named him the GM, and he basically went to the AD and said, "I think your coach should be fired." He's basically the AD, and so they fired him for the investigation and stuff. And now they have no coach in the middle of spring ball.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, well, I guess we'll find. Yeah, it's interesting.
Good friends with Brent Brennan, by the way, Troy Taylor.
I do want to say one thing though. We'll get to Adia as well. I do want to say one thing though, Sheer. The SRS trip lived up to all of everything that I hoped. The sun came out for about 5 minutes there. We were in a terrible area. It was rough, Sheer. You even said that this trip totally fed into what my preconception.
Yeah, it was. I like Seattle, to be blunt, but that was the worst Seattle trip I've ever been on. I've been there like 4 times. The weather was the worst it's been. The accoutrement on the streets was the worst it's ever been.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh, do you want to tell them about the airplane ride home when I was actually I didn't say anything and you were.
There was a lot of gas release. We'll just say that. And I knew
it was funny because Sheer, we're walking back and Sheer says, "Was that you?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he says, I didn't say anything, but it was pretty bad.
And you were sick.
Yeah, and I was sick too. It was sick gas. Yes, yeah. I was bringing that back with me from SRS. Grant Creech, the great Grant Creech says, by the way, where's a good hotel to stay at in SRS? I don't know one, man. Might be going there later this year. I don't know. That's a great question.
I probably wouldn't stay where we stayed. The hotel was nice. The
hotel was nice, but yeah, it was tough.
Iffy. Closer to downtown, probably.
And yes, Brian Blackmore in the plane. Yeah, like right in the middle, like mid sky or whatever they call it. Mid sky.
Is that why the pilot had trouble landing? It was the
he had to hover around. He said there was like a fume or something that was blocking out there. That was blocked. Yes, he's like, dude, this isn't a safe idea right here. So yeah, either way, it was in the plane. I waited until we got into the plane. And I left Shelby with a parting gift when she dropped us off at the airport as well. Thank you. Yes, I did what I could. Okay, now back to let's talk Adia Barnes here for a second. Let's see, Mike, whenever I say this is why I say let you go. I'm giving you props. That means you're cooking. They usually have anywhere from 50 to 100 top. Thanks, WMB. I appreciate that. All right. Here's what I'm going to say, because I am cooking gas, literally. I cooking with gas, baby. All right. Now, Adia Barnes. I want to talk about this for just a minute, because I don't, at the end of the day, this isn't a topic that really interests me much. This Adia Barnes thing is not ending well at all. There's no way she's going to lose her entire team. She tried to call DRF's bluff, which was really, really dumb.
You see what she just tweeted this morning too?
What did she tweet?
How fun today is going to be. The transfer portal's open. This is so fun. And then 3 of her players. You
lost your entire team, coach. Adia Barnes made a big, big mistake, and I'm just going to tell you what it is because I don't mind. Adia Barnes and Sheer fell for this stuff as well. Sheer, you fell for this.
I retweet other people. I'm not going to pretend like
this is going to be a thing. You said this is going to be a thing.
I hope it was a thing.
It wasn't. But Adia Barnes basically tried to tell people that she was a real candidate for Auburn. She wasn't. Guess what? DRF knows more people than Adia Barnes. DRF could have called. DRF probably made like one phone call, finds out, yeah, that's not true. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. And then when she put her tweet out too about a resume that speaks for herself, why do you need a resume that speaks for yourself and put that tweet out if the resume speaks for itself?
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is too, people are wondering if fired or whatever. No, because I don't think Desiree wants to pay her $1.2 million. I think she'd rather say, go find another job.
Yep.
And if you don't find another job, I'm willing to just basically waste a year.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. I will say this, DRF does not strike me as one that you want to cross.
No.
Yes. That does not strike me as the case. So, all right. On that note, let's get back to some Arizona basketball. Though, wanted to give you the gas update. Wanted to get you the Arizona women's basketball update. Okay. Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg's the best player in the country. And Cooper Flagg is the best player in the country. A lot of people want Carter Bryant on him. On the length makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, I would also say that Carter's also a hacker. So, and I love Carter, but Carter's also a hacker. That's kind of where I would go with that. I think that's a tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup. I mean, Cooper Flag's a tough matchup for every single player in the country, but the worry you have with Carter is the fouls. I mean, Cooper's going to go right at him. Cooper, that's what he does, and he's hard to guard. So it's just a tough matchup. I don't know. I mean, again, you could go the route where you put Henry on him, but I don't think Henry's quick enough, and Henry fouls too.
That doesn't work.
You put Tobe on him and say, "Look,
Carter, girth him up."
Yeah, just beat him up. Just beat him up.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know what you do here. Andre Veras, are there any portal entries that you have seen that you would like Arizona to go after and could legitimately get?
Yeah, I have a dream of a Donovan Dent, Jaden Bradley backcourt.
Oh, very, very
yeah, that's my dream.
Very tasty. Yes, I would take that. Yeah. Now we need to talk about something Claire brought up, and I think it's a very good point. Claire said Duke's played like one good team in like 3 months.
Yep, brought that up on the podcast I recorded with Shelby last night. Yeah, that's the thing. I think they've played like 5 tournament teams all year. The toughest team they've played since December 8th is Louisville. Who would finish like 7th in the Big 12.
Would you rather have Dent or Burries?
Dent, easily.
Yeah, me too. Listen, I do like this guy, Joseph. This is a really good point. Give me Magoon Gwuth. Dude, just being able to say Magoon Gwuth every single game. Oh, yeah. I like Magoon Gwuth too. I watched him a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously you perfected his name, so that's respectful.
Yep.
There's just no room for him.
Yeah, there's too much girth already on the roster for Magoon Gwuth. Magooth Gurk. All right, now do we know the point spread? Yes, 8.5.
I think it's 9 now. Yeah.
Did move to 9? All right. Well, whatever. You know what's weird about that Arizona game is that Arizona. Oh, who is the guy in here that says if somebody just in here said if Tommy doesn't get past Duke, he gets one more year. No. That's not how that. That's not how this.
Thing? Did someone really just say that?
Yeah, somebody said that in the chat. I don't know. I don't know where it is, but that's. Yeah. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Any rumors on Arizona players entering portal after season? We will not tell you any of this because, again,
we're not doing that.
Yes. Now, Javier, yes. Javier, you are wrong. Okay. Now, let's talk then about, let me ask you this. Is there any point where you put KJ Lewis on Cooper Flag and tell him to get really physical?
I bet you they try it. I bet you they try it.
Yeah. Here's the problem is that you just don't know. There's just not a good ideal matchup for him. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he's a 6'9" small forward, power forward, right? Like, what are you going to do? And it's not like anyone's the only team all year, literally all year, that has guarded him well was Clemson, and they won. That was his worst game of the year. But according to you, something you have to consider, Mike, is he's playing with a broken leg.
Yes. See, that's the thing. If you watch him, there's a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, he looks great. He looks great." No. They're just falling for it. They're just falling for it. There. So what's hey, Ronbo Thompson says, "What's the deal with Illinois? They lost." That's the deal. Okay, let's see. Jedi DeForce. Undisciplined play, and he's still struggling with his subs in the tournament. He was literally waiting until they lost the lead to put Awaka back in. I mean, I don't
know if that's what it is. I don't know why.
Tommy does weird substitutions. I'm not gonna dispute that. Because you and I were both texting like, why in the world isn't the man of girth in there?
Absolutely should have been in.
And I didn't really make any sense. It didn't really make any sense for me either that you waited until the under 16 timeout to slide into the 24-4. But overall, Tommy's a pretty good coach. I don't know what else to say. Tommy's a pretty good coach. He's won the second most games ever in his first 4 years. I don't know. I don't know where this argument comes from. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. And but again, Tommy does some odd things from time to time. There's no doubt about it. But you know what? It is what it is. My whole life is odd, and I don't really know what else to say about that. Okay, now. Was Awaka injured? No, he wasn't injured. Now, let me ask you about this. Awaka. This is not a Trey Townsend game, obviously. One thing I think I was a little surprised, though, by the way that Awaka was able to dominate against Oregon. When he was in there, Biddle wasn't getting his stuff. He wasn't getting to his spots, and Awaka was getting rebounds, finishing around the hoop. For all the people that are like, oh, I want to move on from Milwaukee after the season.
It's games like this that you don't.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're playing with fire on that one, Sheer.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't want to get into the portal stuff, but you do have to assume that not all these dudes are coming back.
Right. Now, Tommy has done a great job this year. Is this Tommy's best coaching job?
Absolutely. I don't see any argument to the contrary.
The only one I would.
What other year? What other year would even be up there?
The only one I would have made was the second year, just because that team had next to no talent and they got a 2 seed.
And they lost.
Well, I get it, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Winning tournament games with this team is pretty high.
There's a lot of people, T Burns, that believe that they want him back in like an 8th man role or something. And best coaching job. Prim doesn't agree that it's his best coaching job.
Oh, and Prim, what do you think would be his best?
Yes.
His best coaching job of his career with the roster they have in line.
Yeah, I mean, just I want to know. I want to know because he's already gotten as far as any team has.
We're not saying it's the best coaching job of all time this year. We're saying it's his best coaching job.
It's his best coaching job. That's where we are. Stop with the Milwaukee slander. All right, let's pay a few bills, and then I want to get back to this. I'll give Prim some time to come up with a coaching job. Okay, now, first one. This is good. This is good. Oh my gosh. Listen, Comfort X HVAC, friends. Comfort X HVAC. Now you might say to yourself, Kobe L. Thiel, that guy seems very, very successful in life. Guess what? He's probably going to need an HVAC person at some point. And guess where? Comfort X HVAC, just like our guy, Tony Gimino. And again, we look at Tony Gimino. You think of a man that's hard to please. This is true, Jason Shearer. He's a hard guy to please.
Very hard to please. Tony's because he's only got the best.
He's only got the best. Tony has only had the best for the longest time. And at the end of the day, I've also got to say that, but it worked out for him. He said he saved $2,000, and he is not an easy person to please. And check it out. Use Wildcats for 10% off. You will thank me later. All right. You will thank. Okay. Dental, my friend. Eris Dental. Now, the championship package. I tried telling Bruce in Seattle that was my nickname in high school. He had no clue what it meant. Not only did he have no clue what it meant, he also everybody was trying to explain to him and he didn't get it. But that's also because the championship package is the package for the best implants going at affordable rates, my friends. 1997. Again, you don't want to have to go off to Burundi. You don't want to have to go off to, like Myanmar or like one of those like waterborne countries. You want to be able to go to Tucson. And that is what Eris Dental supplies. Tucson Implants, TucsonTeeth.com, TucsonImplants.com. 1997. My mom's going to be going through it. I am switching over as well. Go with Land the Man with the master plan. Okay.
And get it now because if Arizona wins the title, the price is only going to go up. Because now it's got to be $2,025.
Yeah, Dennis Walsh says go to Eris Dental, avoid waterboarding. I mean, that's pretty well put right there.
Good point.
Okay. KO's coaching job in 08. That was an amazing coaching job. Let's see here. No, I like Prim a lot. Prim's a great guy, but I can always tell the Gen Zers when they talk about the standard of Arizona. They keep talking about a standard they never lived and weren't alive to live. So that's where I'm kind of at with that. You too, Joseph. You too. And Joseph, you already have the L on your record of pushing Jeremiah Patterson for 1,000 yards this season. Now, we like Jeremiah Patterson, but you were a little bit wrong on that one. Just it is. Cope, my friend. You're being sus. Okay. Now, how much do you put into that, though? Of what John Shire said earlier in the season when they caught him with the hot mic, where he says, "Hey guys, just keep moving the ball around. They're going to get we'll get a wide open shot every time." He did.
I think times have changed. I really do. He also said like they're panicking or they're folding or whatever. Times have changed. I think
that's old. You think that's fake news now?
Yeah, I think this team is significantly more physical than they were in November. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The team's different. It's different than it was. The roster's different. Crevis was playing. Henry was playing 10 minutes that game. Crevis was started.
But you're right though. Henry has to be big in this game. Henry's got to be big. There's no other way around it. Henry's got to dunk. Henry has got to block shots. Henry has got to run the court. We always talk about how Henry is winning on and off the court. Henry has to win in this game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he just does. Now, the other one too, Carter Bryant. I get people all the time, they're saying, Carter Bryant off to the NBA, whatever the case may be. Carter Bryant's an NBA player. I don't think that I personally would like to see him back. I think that he's got some growing to do. But at the end of the day, though, he's an easy guy to pigeonhole in as being 6'8", and at the same time, he can also block shots. He can. He's a really, really good kid. Comes from a good family. Also, I want to give a shout out to the parents on this team. This is a really, really good group of parents, Mr. Jason Elshear.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I Jaden's dad is awesome. Carter's dad is awesome. You know,
my Caleb,
great parents. It's very. I've said this before. Tommy is very big on culture, maybe bigger than any coach I've ever been around. A lot of teams, John, for instance, and he'll admit this, used to take jerks, right? Just like crap kids, because he thought winning is winning, and he was good at dealing with them. And generally speaking, he was. Tommy will not take crap kids. Will not happen. Will not take crap kids, crap families, none of it. He just he is very, and there hasn't been internal issues since Tommy's been here. Maybe what I'm saying is, like, last year, with Boswell and all that, but not to the point where, Mike, we heard stories under Sean where kids were fist fighting in the locker room, right? That hasn't happened in Tommy, and I think he values that a ton.
Yeah, I think he does, and that's going to be a big part of it. Now, let's see here. Jedi Townsend needs to have a great game. I just think it's going to be a difficult game for Townsend because, again, they've got length. They've got, I don't know. I think that's going to be a difficult game for him, man. I'd love to be wrong, but I think it's going to be a difficult game for him.
Townsend?
Yeah.
How does he play? And it just who does he guard?
Yeah, for sure. Now let's talk about my Caleb. My Caleb's got to be big in this game. What I like about what my Caleb is doing is that he is making threes, but again, he is getting to the bucket. He is getting into the lane. He is taking good shots, and you could tell he's feeling himself right now. He's playing the best ball, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see.
Yeah, and they need him. This is another one of those games they don't. Caleb has a chance to do something very special in his career.
He does.
He's already got a reputation of being a Duke killer for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
If Caleb goes and drops like 25 points on Thursday and Arizona wins, this dude is a legend. Legend.
Exactly. And I was very clear about it. The people here, I have no problem. With anybody. By the way, Feedback is a great name. I have no problem with people that are off, critiquing this and that. But if you were in my mentions all season talking about how Caleb Love stinks, buzz off now at this point, dude. Buzz off at that point. The kid had to deal with a lot of stuff.
As Mike says, if you didn't back the A before when we were down,
don't back Caleb Love now when he's doing really well. And again, you know what's also cracks me up? One guy was like, "Oh well, what about you and Trey Townsend?" Well, Trey wasn't good pretty much the whole season. And guess what? I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a day one Trayer or whatever that day one Trayer. That's
day one Trayer, son.
Yeah, day one Trayer, man. Big U in the house. But
oh my God, big U in the house.
Yeah, big U in the house, baby.
Rolling Trayers.
Yeah, gangsters, thugs, and lawyers showing up to SRS. Yeah, I mean it's different though. If you if you didn't back my Caleb at his worst, you don't deserve my Caleb at his best. That's a really, really good. It's a really, really good way of putting it. Let's see here. I feel like we should be fine with people switching to liking Caleb. No, I agree, but not if they were bashing him the entire season.
I got this, Mike. Jeff Goodman destroys Caleb Love all season.
Perfect.
And then last game, he basically tweets, "There's my Caleb. I knew he could do it. When he plays like this, Arizona's so good." Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
But play like this.
Buzz off, loser. And on top of that, too, he would always make insinuations that he was a bad locker room guy and all of that stuff. Buzz off. Dude, Jeff, let me ask you this. Jeff Goodman. It's really, really interesting for Jeff Good. It's really interesting for me to for Jeff Goodman that like a guy in the field of 68. 199 super snap. Very much appreciate it. One of a kind. one guy said, he's like, man, you're like I think the exact quote was,
Oscar, yeah, you're a masochist.
Yeah, you're a masochist, man, rooting against your team. And
well, it was like what happened was the Arizona was going to lead, and he was just freaking out. It's like, oh, we're choking. This is game, blah blah blah. And Dawson's like, you're winning. Like, what are you? It's calm down.
Right. I mean, yes, it is. I like but again, I don't get it. He sucks. Jeff Goodman sucks. I do not like Jeff Goodman. Hey, have I told you who I don't like?
You remind me once a day, I think.
Of Jeff Goodman? Yeah. I just wish Jeff Goodman was an Illinois fan, and then I could really make fun of him.
What a war.
Really make fun of him. Yes. Goodman was visibly happy when Arizona was blowing it. I just don't get it, man. You know what I also don't like too is he takes all these shots at Arizona and then he never really corrects himself. He never really says I was wrong, or he just says, he's like, well, when when they say that, when Caleb Love plays like that, I always knew he could. No, dude, buzz off. You suck. Period. I don't know what else to say. Fanta. Whenever I see Fanta, I always think of the orange soda. I love orange soda, and I love Fanta. Also, Fran Fraschilla liked my tweet yesterday, baby. It's big. I like it. We're all
look at you and Fran, best friends forever.
Yeah, best friends for life. All right, sure. I'm gonna ask you though. You called me last night, and you're like, why not Arizona? Why not the A? And make your case. Why not the A?
So I didn't pick Arizona, right? But I do think there is a path to victory. Like, I'm not going in this game saying Arizona absolutely has no chance. Right. There is a path. It requires a few different things, but I am not of the assumption that Arizona is going to go and get rolled. One of the things I point to is, when was the last time Duke was in a close game?
Yeah, seriously.
It was Clemson and they lost. Right. The North Carolina one doesn't count because they were blowing out Carolina the whole game. Right. They're not in close physical games. The ACC is slightly better than the Mountain West this year. It is not a good basketball conference. Number two, I am a firm believer in averages. For instance, Tyrese Proctor's 11 of 13 from 3 in the first 2 games of the tournament. He is not a 90% shooter from 3. Eventually, the shooting's going to go down a little bit. I don't know. Like, I just think that, like, do I think Arizona's going to win? No. Do I think it's going to be a close game? Absolutely. There is a path to victory in this game. I promise.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that now. We got to pay a few more bills, and I'm going to give you my path to victory right here. My path to victory is a little bit unorthodox.
Do it.
But first, Michael Rubin, my friends, here's the deal. Here is the deal. Let's say that you're looking at your saying, you're like, man, I'd like to reconsolidate my debt, or I'd like to get a nice little loan. Michael Rubin can help you with that. Here's the deal. Use code Judd Bushler for $500 off closing costs. He can help buy, sell, or refinance. And since he is a senior loan mortgage officer, very, very good at Swift Mortgage, he can get you better rates. He can also he has better rates than almost anybody else, and he can get you those. Go to him, and you will thank me later on it. Michael Rubin is the man. Code Judd Bushler for $500 off. 520-419-4262. Help him help you. Okay, now what else we got? Oh, sure. Where'd you go? Can't see you anywhere. Oh, Arizona Primary Eye Care. AccuView is now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposable. Say you're one of those people that like with the daily use ones where you just use it for a day, then you eat them, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I need to get more of these. You don't need to eat them anymore. You can just dispose of them naturally. I don't know why you would eat them, but either way, you can get 4 routine. There's 4 routine locations. What you've got to be able to do, though, is you've got to be able to get in there. We got to get them all filled up. 4 locations. You're doing very good work. And you look at these Tom Fords, baby. Look at these things. These things are big. Tom Ford's awesome. You will thank me later. Go in there. 60+ insurances. I am switching over as well. You will thank me later. Optical options to fit all budget styles and reference. Proud partner of Arizona Athletics. All right, now we got one more. Arizona or RJ's frozen cactus. Now I know I'll know today if we're gonna be having a watch party or not. I will let everybody know. Now pregame at RJ's, then ride share to the game. Everybody knows about the parking lot. Dennis Walsh has literally like landed his 747 in that parking lot. That's how impressive it is. But it's not just the parking lot. You can also get pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and there's no bad seats in the house. Now it was very, very good. Check it out. You will thank me later. Christine Lance was at Arizona Primary Eye Care Saturday. Let me keep my eyelids. Christine Lance, are you related to Rob Lance? A good friend of mine, Rob Lance. But did you tell them that we sent you? Yeah. Thank you. But either way, RJ's frozen cactus was really good. We will let you know. We'll let you know by tonight if there's going to be a watch party or not. All right. Here's my path to victory here, Sheer.
I'm ready.
Now, I actually kind of agree with the idea that you let Cooper Flag beat you and then, whatever else happens with the other players happens. I can't just give them wide open threes the whole game because they're going to make them. They're too good as shooters. Again, I don't think Proctor is going to make, 7 of 8, but if you give him wide open shots, I could easily see him making 50%. I need you to be guarding everybody out there. And you know what? If Cooper Flag goes for 59 points, he goes for 59 points. I'm not going to Newark. I am not feeling very well. And the last thing that I really want to do right now is hop on a plane, red eye, and go to Newark. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will be here. I will let Sheer do that. Sheer, I like my idea though. Flag goes for 58 points and they win 65 to 62. So be it. That's where I'm at.
So you do agree with what I said, Tom?
Yeah.
Look, Cooper Flag, you're going to score 25. We're cool with that. Tyrese Proctor, you'll have 8. This, Canoopel, you'll have 10, and we're going to beat you 75.
It always sounds like you're saying Canute Bowl.
Yeah, Canoopel.
Right.
Canoopel.
Like, do you need to bend down and get on that play? No. H-Dick put up 19 and 12 in the Big 12 game where we won. Don't have to hold Flag to single digits to have success.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
I think Flag 20 or under is a dub. I really do.
All right. Now, we want to talk Josh Pastner for a second. You know what's funny? I like Josh Pastner. I think he's a lousy head coach. I think he's a bad head coach, quite frankly. But at the end of the day, I like I actually kind of like this move for UNLV. I think it's UNLV's a poo job. But I do think there is some upside there. I kind of like it, to be honest with you.
I like Josh. I won't say anything negative about my boy Josh, but yeah, he's it's a weird hire. He was clearly the second choice. They were going to hire the Arkansas State guy. But South Florida hired him instead. Yeah. I mean, I think he'll be fine. It's all about NIL.
Right.
That's all it is. I mean, Josh is going to work hard.
Yeah.
And, it's all about NIL.
Yeah, it is. It just kind of is what it is. Also, Mike Bibby, my guy. Here's what I think is going to happen. Mike Bibby's going to kill it at Sacramento State. He's going to annihilate it. Then Mike Bibby is going to be the head coach of Arizona in 10 years. Boom, just said it. Hey, is Sac State an HBC school?
No, Mike. No. Why would Sacramento State be in HSBC?
Did they try to hire like Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson or something, and then they went to other rival HBCU schools?
What?
I thought remember they were going to hire Michael Vick, and they said like,
what does that have to do with being HBC?
Yeah, but then like they went to like another HBCU school, like Norfolk State or something like that.
Also not.
Norfolk State's not an HBCU?
No, you might want to back off this one.
I thought it was.
Nope, not every small school with black people is an HBCU.
No, I didn't say that. I just thought that Norfolk. I guess I thought it was. I saw a huge thing. All right, either way, I think he's going to kill it. I think he's going to do a very, very good job at Sacramento State. You do not like Mike Bibby. You have never liked Mike Bibby.
No. Oh, by the way, you're right. Norfolk State is historical.
I told you. Yeah. Hey, everybody there. Hey, make sure that you get that.
I don't know if it is an HBCU though. Is it? Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Hey,
Sacramento State is not.
What's that?
Sacramento State is not.
Yeah, but I was right on Norfolk State.
Sacramento State is the school that thinks they can win the national title, so they offered like $50 million in NIL. That's really fake. They hired Brendan Marion.
That's all fake, right? The $50 million NIL. Yeah. It's like fake. It's like the ASU funds that from the Netflix deal. By the way, do we think that Acquaintance is going to enter the portal? We
I
need
don't know.
Acquaintance.
That's the one I'm watching. That's the one I'm watching.
Acquaintance to enter the portal. That'd be awesome. And then, yes, we need that to happen. All right, sure. Give me your Arizona prediction. Are you back in the A?
I am not. I don't remember what I predict, but I predicted Duke by 4. I don't remember the score, but it was Duke by 4.
I am backing the A, and I'm going to make the case tomorrow. I am backing the A. I am picking Arizona to upend Duke, and it will be very, very good.
Who's on the show with you tomorrow?
Oh, my buddy Matt Rain. Matt's very, very good.
He's
Matt.
Good.
Yeah, Matt's a good guy. Matt is a also a fellow practicing. I don't know what the term is.
Can we tell people how I'm rolling tomorrow, Mike? Should we tell people how I'm rolling?
Yeah, do it.
I'm half a Wildcat Authority in the AZ12 podcast. Thank you to Andre Veris.
What do you got?
I am leaving at 10:30 tonight. I am landing at 5:30 in the morning, aka 2:30 Tucson time, and I have to be working at around 12.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Oh, Damian Moon. By the way, I love this name. This is another really good name. Damian Moon.
You know what kind of name that sounds like, right?
Yeah, Damian Moon is a great name. Damian Moon is such a better name than Mike Luke. It's not even close.
That sounds like a type of film name.
Yes, no, either way, it's a great name. It's a lot better name than Mike Luke.
Moon.
I love that name. It's a great name. Yes, can't underestimate Tommy's deeper sight game. I agree with that. Yes. All right, my prediction though, I am backing the A. I will.
Here's what's going to Mike is backing the A. He's going to call me in about 10 minutes and give me his real prediction. I'll let everyone know.
No.
I'll never forget Iowa State. I am backing the A. Arizona will beat Iowa State 10 minutes later this year. We're going to get our ass kicked. I mean,
but I was right.
We won. No, that's the game we won.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. That was the home game. Arizona beat Iowa State.
The game in Ames, dummy.
No, it wasn't. Brogan agreed. No, it wasn't, dude.
No, it was the game. It was the game in Ames.
No, it wasn't, because no one thought we were going to win the game in Ames.
No. It was the game in Ames.
Oh, that's even worse. That makes you look worse.
You know what's funny about Brogan is that Brogan all season tried to tell us that Arizona was just as good, if not better, than Iowa State. Then Arizona loses by like 900 points at Iowa State. Because remember, Brogan was picking Arizona to win that game.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong?
Yes, he is wrong.
What's Iowa State doing this weekend?
Well, again, they don't match up well. They're missing their best player.
He just lost by 20 to Ole Miss.
I'm just saying. I saw Arizona, and I saw them both match up.
I didn't see Arizona. I'm watching Arizona.
Yeah, Illinois.
He just types in the same thing.
Take that, my friend. Take that.
What?
Yes. What? Brogan was just
what?
What? Let's put this up one more time for any Illinois folks in here. Let's put this video back up here. And again, if I get more, every DM I get from Illinois fans, you cannot shame me.
In the thread by Aunt Wright, when he tweets that, there's a lot of responses. I'm sorry, but they're like, "Are you really making fun of a special needs dude?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing, putting that up there. You cannot shame me. Hey, Cody, you want to put this up again or not? Yeah.
There's only one time Mike's ever been embarrassed. Only one.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I was there to witness it.
I closed it already, Mike. I'll try to get it up, but I closed it already.
We'll recreate it.
Yeah, we'll recreate it. Yes. Ben one white. Back to K, baby. Back to K. So these guys start. I got 2 DMs from one. A bunch of them were just like, vile. But then one guy says, "There's still time to get rid of this." No, there's not.
Yesterday when we're waiting for the plane, Mike goes, "Shit, have I ever showed you the DMs that I don't see? We're like, they come from people that don't follow you." And I go, "No, why?" And he sends it to me. It's like, "God, you piece of crap. I hate your guts. Your mother." Like, what is going on?
No. It's great too. And then it's like, all right, well, at the end of the day, I am going to have fun. I will be me. Boom. Take that. All right. On that note, though, we're signing off. I will be back tomorrow. Sure, you are flying into Newark.
What are we going with Newark? It was rainy, smelly Seattle. What are we going with Newark?
We got to keep it unique. I have no clue. I don't care about Newark. It's rainy, smelly Seattle is going to be its own thing. Yes.
Dangerous Newark. Dude, that'd be so good if you just went to the Illinois board and started posting.
Oh, dude, what? Yeah, as a mod with my mod status.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Really good. Okay. On that note, though, we're signing off. Be back with you tomorrow. Sure. Safe travels, my friend. Safe travels.
Thank you. Thank you to all.
All right, everybody in here, you guys are great. Yes, show tomorrow at 10:30. TTFN for Jason Shear, for Cody James Martin, who just gave birth, and for merely myself, Cody has defied the odds physically.
Yeah, genetic marvel.
Yes, Cody, it's impressive.
He's giving birth again. He's probably busy giving birth.
I am holding the baby right now, so I'm being nice.
Can you get her to say back the A?
She mostly just goes.
What
does she do?
That's really close. What does she do?
She goes like this.
Yeah, babies are basically velociraptors, Mike. You'll know soon enough.
Can you get her to say Ben 1 white? Ben 1 white.
I will work on it for you.
It was funny though. Sheer did say that's easily the dumbest video you've ever posted.
Of course it is. It's as stupid as it gets. That's why it's funny. Yeah.
It's really, really good. I'm proud of myself. I will not back down in the face of adversity. All right, Sheer, safe travels. You and the lovely Shelby Sheer. I'll be back with you tomorrow. TTFN, ta-ta for now, including you, Javier. Javier, you're second up in the fan thing behind Mr. Tyler Warden. TTFN, see you guys.